Ollie, come hang out. We're going to talk about you anyway, so might as well. Hello, Brooke.
Hello, Josh.
Welcome to the Jepson Podcast. It is me, Josh Jepson, and my wife, Brooke Jepson.
Hello.
And Oliver's here, too. He's just wandering around. He's just wandering around the room.
He's just chilling.
He's just hanging out with us today. Because that's actually what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about Oliver, and we're going to talk about... being a mom to Oliver and plants.
That's great.
Mainly what we're talking about today. You became a plant mom.
I got some succulent plants.
Yeah, and you said you were really happy about how the arrangements came out.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. So when I originally wanted to get some plants, I wanted to get some herbs like basil, parsley, like all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's pretty late in the season for that at the moment, so a lot of stores aren't carrying that for obvious reasons. So I've decided that I am just going to be growing the green onions that I got from the store. And I planted a bunch of succulent plants, and I'm very excited for that. Nervous, but succulent plants are very easy to take care of, so I'm pretty confident.
They're death proof, pretty much. So
well, they live in the desert. And
live in the desert,
so like pretty extreme like climates and stuff like that.
Which is great because where we moved gets a lot more sun than where we used to be, and so it's nice to have like plants that thrive in that kind of weather, you know? So
yeah, that's why like when we moved a few months back, I really wanted to start planting and stuff right away, but we were just so busy with moving and unpacking and life and just the whole thing. So now I feel like I finally have time to do these things, but unfortunately it's a little bit too late. But that's okay.
Next year.
That's okay. We're going to be also working on some indoor plants as well because our new place has so much more natural lighting, which is really nice. Something that we did not get at our old place because
we've been making our new place super chill to like hang out in and stuff, and the indoor plants and like the window film that you got recently with the rainbows everywhere.
Yeah, literally, guys. Like, we got a bunch of window film since we're on the first floor of an apartment. We wanted to have more privacy when like people walk by, and we don't want people looking into our place and stuff like that.
Right.
So we got this like decorative window film, which is really cool because during the day there's rainbows everywhere in the house. It's so nice.
Every time Brooke opens the window in the morning, she's like, "Look, there's all the gay rainbows." Look, all the gay rainbows, Josh.
It's amazing. I love it. It just brings me so much happiness.
Yeah, we're gonna get some more so we can cover up all the windows so that we can like make the whole living room like full of rainbows, so like it can be a good backdrop for podcasts and like vlogs and stuff.
Like when we have people over and stuff too.
When we have friends over eventually, whenever that is.
Whenever that is, I don't know.
whenever we're allowed to have friends over again.
Whenever we're allowed to be near people.
Yeah, exactly. So Oliver, I wanted to talk about Oliver today because so we've been talking a lot about him recently because last week we took him to the vet and like checked up on him and got him whatever he needed to get done. And so it started getting us thinking about like how we brought him from Canada, like we got him in Canada up where you grew up, and then ultimately like he's moved around so much and he's been all over the freaking world at this point now, and it's really fascinating to me because he warmed up to this place so quickly, this new place that we moved into.
Yeah, he definitely did.
And I think it's because of all that moving around and like his adventures essentially. So, I remember the moment we first saw him. Do you remember me like seeing him for the first time? You filmed it actually, I think.
It was when we went over to Grand Prairie.
Yeah, Grand Prairie.
And that's where I adopted him, by the way. Yeah. I adopted him shortly before we got married as a quotation mark wedding gift for us. Is a little fur baby, which pretty good gift, I think. Yeah, so I adopted him. Not a lot of people know that. And he's from Canada, and he's a Canadian kitty.
Yeah, he's a little ragdoll fur baby. If you haven't seen what he looks like, he's a little white and brown, like ragdoll.
Blue cross eyes.
What's the other one? What's the ragdoll cross with something?
I believe
like a Siamese, maybe.
I think he's a mix of. I don't know exactly. I'm pretty sure he's a mix of Siamese and Ragdoll. I'm pretty sure he's just a Ragdoll, though. I could be wrong, though.
I think that's where he gets his cross eyes from, but I could be wrong about that. I'm not super familiar on different like breeds of cats.
All
and stuff,
I know, he's heckin' fluffy and
he's
cute.
So fluffy and cute. If you guys want to see what he looks like, you can go over to like one of our Instagrams or like our Twitter or something, because I'm sure we've posted a picture of him recently.
I post pictures of him all the time. He's great.
I'm gonna have him on the vlog soon. We'll have a vlog with him in it.
Little Ollie vlog.
A little Ollie vlog or something. We'll follow him around and go on some adventures with him one day, I think, because we've been playing with him every night because he has to get his energy out so that he doesn't bug us in the middle of the night or the morning.
Well, that's the whole thing with cats, is something I've learned, and what other people say is like cats are, prey, which is playtime for them, finding their prey.
Dear Lord, please bring me a mouse.
So for cats, it's just play, eat, and sleep. So that's what we've been doing. So just so we get a good night's rest, because Oliver, if we don't play with him, he meows at us.
At like 5 a.m.
Yeah, so like right as like we're going to bed, because we've been going to bed pretty late. Yeah, it's just we gotta play with him before bed. Otherwise, he's like, "Hey, what up? I got all this energy."
Do you have any recommendations for people who have cats who are kind of annoying them in the middle of the night? Like any other recommendations?
Any other? Honestly,
besides just playing with them?
Honestly, just play. Make sure they have a nice meal before bed, and you can like brush them. You can. I'm not a cat expert at all.
None of us are. I don't think anybody's a cat expert. I think the only cat expert is probably like that guy, the cat whisperer guy.
Oh, I watch him on YouTube.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
He calls himself the Cat Daddy.
Oh my god, the Cat Daddy.
Yeah, it's great.
That's great. And you're the cat mama and the plant mama now.
I am.
I love having the succulents out on the porch now too, because it's super chill to just go out and chill and hang out and like enjoy the colors and everything that you've
that's the hugest thing, is like it's such a nice hobby to get into.
It is.
And I wanted to get into more hobbies besides just playing video games for a living, right? Like, as great as that is, as fortunate as I am to be able to do that, I also need to do other things that help keep my mental health in check. And I like to think gardening, cleaning, organizing, cooking,
playing with the cat,
playing with Ollie, cuddling Ollie, hanging out with Josh, like all that is good for my mental health. And I'm so glad I'm back into gardening again.
Yeah, I know. And you know what's really interesting? You started your garden about a year ago.
I did, but that was the whole thing, because we moved, and it was just. You planted your herbs, and it was going all well for a while, and then I think we got to the end of the season or something, and they started dying off, and then like we had to move, and so it became a whole thing of where it was just kind of like put on the back burner for a while. Yeah, so unfortunately the plants ended up dying. I killed my plants.
Rip.
But this time around, we are situated in this spot for hopefully a very long time. Because I'm sick of moving.
Yes, I am too. Moving sucks.
Moving's the worst.
Moving's the worst.
Well, especially since like our move here, this one was one of our biggest moves we've done.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot of work for just you and me.
It was.
Yeah, it was
very stressful, but
it was.
But honestly, the move over here was really great, because on the way here, you saw a shooting star that I didn't see. Or I saw a shooting star that you didn't see because you were asleep.
Yeah, it was the middle of the night, and it was like our last night traveling back to our place to finally like drop off the last of our stuff. And it was the middle of the night, and Joshua seen a shooting star.
It was really, really like big and like beautiful, and I was like, "Bro, there's a shooting star!"
And I missed it. But later on, I seen a falling star as well.
Yeah, and it broke up.
It broke off. It was really fucking cool. So I don't know. Ever since we moved here, it's been nothing but like great things,
like little signs and things,
It's been great. Honestly, I'm very happy with where we live.
Yeah, and so, like playing with Ollie regularly, like talking about his adventures and talking about the plants, like this station of it means to like work on our mental health. And like,
well, especially during this time right now, I feel like it's so incredibly important to do things that make you happy, distract yourself, be creative. Like, these are things that are very important to do at this given time, I like to say. And it's been definitely helping a lot. And
if you have any pets or, like, plants or other hobbies, right now is the perfect moment to, like, utilize those to the best of their, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you just said, like right now, especially this year, with everything crazy that's going on in the world, you need some sort of like grounding in reality, right? And for us, that's Oliver and like plants and our hobbies, and it's going to be music eventually. That's something we want to get into.
That's another thing I would recommend. Like if there's something you've been putting off, like, oh, I want to learn how to play this. Oh, I want to learn how to do this.
Now's your chance.
Like even just thinking, oh, I should do this. Oh, I should just honestly
just do
it. You will feel so much better after doing it because
insert Shia LaBeouf meme. Just do it.
Just do it.
It's so good. And the thing is, it's like, it seems so obvious. Like, if you just do stuff, things will happen. But it's a lot harder, especially when, you know, you're so much is weighing on you. It's a lot harder to want to do things that you want to do. Because you feel like you have to do all these things. You have to do these things. You have to do this. You have to pay bills. You have to like go to your job. You have to do these things. But when you're doing all these things that you have to do and you're never giving yourself any time to do the things you want to do, that's really bad for your mental health. And like having a good balance between like your life stuff and the things that need to get done and being able to like step out of that and take something for yourself for once,
that's incredibly
so
important. Because you're going to be spending like all day adulting, doing responsibilities, doing all these things. You're stressed out, you're working, you know, the pandemic, everything that's been going on. So it's incredibly important to have self-care.
Yeah.
Prioritize that 110%.
Yes.
Prioritize your mental health.
I noticed that ever since we started prioritizing like Oliver's happiness, I've gotten happier as a result. Like ever since we've started like prioritizing like, okay, well, Josh, you need to make sure that you feed him on this time and we need to play with him at this time. Like keeping on Oliver's schedule has kept me on schedule, if anything, in a lot of ways. Sometimes it gets to be inconvenient, but for the most part, all it does is keep me on a regular schedule of getting up in the morning.
Oh, 100%. Same with like whenever we decide to get a dog.
Yeah.
Because that's even more like on a schedule for taking the dog out for a walk and stuff like that, you know.
And we've even been saying like we've been wanting to take walks recently, but it's been
way too hot.
Too hot. Well, when we first moved in here, we were walking a lot because it was spring. And so we were walking a lot. And once it got to be more summer weather and a lot more hot, we kind of stopped, and I've been really feeling like I'm missing it, you know? So I'm like ready for those fall months to come.
I'm so incredibly excited. I cannot believe next month is October already.
I can't believe it either. I can't believe we're already in September.
I'm very excited because October is one of my favorite months.
I know. I'm so excited for all the Halloween stuff that we got planned for streams.
I'm so excited. We got so much things planned.
Now was a great opportunity actually to talk about a couple of those things that we got planned because we got some things coming up in September and October that I'd love to talk about for the streams. So if you're not already following us on Twitch, go check it out. Firelord Brooke and Josh Jepson.
Yes.
Links in the description. We are going to be doing a Spirit Tracks playthrough on my channel this month. And the next month, hopefully, if I fix my 3DS, we'll be playing Majora's Mask as well. So we're going to be doing this sort of back-to-back Zelda fun fall type thing. So
yeah, very, very excited. Lots of Dead by Daylight, Majora's Mask,
Luigi's
potentially
Mansion.
A Resident Evil game. Yeah, we got a lot of things planned for October, so look forward to that, guys.
Yeah. It's going to be big. And, of course, we got September 1st, right? So there's a lot of things happening in September as well. What games have you been playing this week, Brooke?
Literally all I've been playing is 14.
Yes, I know. You got back into it. You were playing last time we did this podcast, it was 2 weeks ago. You were playing Dead by Daylight mostly.
I was.
Now you're back into Final Fantasy XIV, which you talked about a lot last time. Tell me about what you've been doing in Final Fantasy XIV.
Well, with 14, primarily I've just been doing story.
Yeah.
I'm still in Stormblood, but I'm towards the end of Stormblood, which I'm incredibly excited because the story is really picking up. The dungeons are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm going through as a white mage at the moment, and I'm very excited. It's definitely been a journey, and I look forward to the conclusion of this expansion.
Was that Underwater City you showed me part of this story?
Yes, it is.
That was one of the dopest things you showed me in that game so far.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised because she showed me that and she was like, look at this cool underwater city. I was like, what? They like literally put like Atlantis or whatever. Like
yeah,
Final
it's
Fantasy
like
Atlantis.
a underwater like dungeon.
And then you were like, okay, well, I just need to swim out of here and then we'll go to like shopping or wherever we were going. And I went away. I was like, okay, I'll come back. and it was like 5 minutes later, you're still swimming up. I'm like, what?
Seriously though, like
What?
the world is humongous.
It's
Huge.
I'm gonna play it this week. I'm finally gonna start up the trial because there's the 2 expansions that I can play.
Yeah,
on the
the
trial
first
currently.
2 expansions are now free for new players, which is really nice because Heaven's Sword's amazing.
I plan to start that probably on Saturday. I think I'll start it up on
Yeah,
Saturday.
that'll be really exciting. I'll help you through it and teach you what I know, and yeah, we could play through it together. Because you mentioned you wanted to be a DPS, right?
I do. I want to be a DPS. I don't know what all the classes are. So I haven't really
that's
picked
okay.
one yet. But
I can run you through it.
Yeah.
I'm incredibly excited because when we play through it together, you'll be DPS and I'll be healer, which means since you're queuing up with me, queue times are gonna be real freaking
load into
fast
dungeons real fast.
for you.
Yeah. I'm excited about that. The only experience I've had with MMOs ever is one time I played the Star Wars MMO, the SWTOR, Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Haven't played that one.
I actually really liked it, but at the time that I got it, nobody was playing it that I knew, and so then by the time that people were playing it, then I wasn't playing it anymore.
I'm trying to think of a MMO I've tried to play besides
World of Warcraft.
WoW, which I did not like. I hated it.
You and me tried to play it together.
You and me did try, and I hated it.
We played it. You and me. It was you, me, Tyler.
Yeah,
his roommate
it
at the time, Squill.
Squill, yeah. I play Dead by Daylight now with Squill, which is fun.
And I think Tyler's boyfriend at the time, and he was the one who was into WoW and showed us all how to play WoW. Well, him and Squill was also really into WoW. And so they kind of walked us through it a little bit, but because they were familiar with it, I felt like we were going through things a little too quickly, so it was hard to
we kind of
follow.
Nemed through everything,
right?
But I honestly I don't really care about like how the game looks and stuff like that. It's not really my style. I really love 14 for their art style, and yeah, it's just the only MMO I played besides WoW was MapleStory.
Oh, Maple! I forgot about MapleStory. They have the second one came out.
Yeah, there's a second one,
and apparently it's good.
I was told that. I just now that I'm so heavily like into 14, like I don't have time for another MMO. This is like my MMO for life now.
Well, I feel like with MMOs you have to pick one, because if you don't, then you're literally like, because playing an MMO is like half of your life. Like you have to go and you have to accept that you're just gonna spend all this time playing this game.
You spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into an MMO. It's such a in-depth game.
So much experience. It's such an in-depth experience to play an MMO because there's so much to do and
so
people
many
to play
side
with.
quests, job quests, main story quests. Like there's so much things to do.
And it keeps updating all the time. That's the thing.
Well,
right?
they just uploaded the new patch quests. So.
Oh shit! Hell yeah, that's awesome. No, I'm glad that they're keeping it fresh, because that's one thing that I think a lot of MMOs either get right or don't is the constant updates. And I think that some MMOs they get, they have a lot of money coming in from the sales or whatever, and that's what lets them keep going. But if it's a smaller MMO, I find that those just kind of disappear real quick, and it has to be like a big company making a big MMO in order for it to stay around. Which, I mean, obviously Final Fantasy is huge, so.
It's huge. And also they have a bunch of new items that I really want.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
So there's this new tank top that they you gotta pay for it, of course. With at their shop you can buy. It's not just in-game currency. It's
But at least it's only cosmetics, right? It's not like a pay to win.
It is all cosmetics. But honestly, y'all who play 14, you'll understand it's all about the glam.
The glam and the glory.
The glam and the glory.
The glam and the gory also.
Oh, gory and glam.
Actually, is it gory? It's probably not that gory. It's Final Fantasy. So.
Not really. I mean, there is some blood, but it's not just
T, rated T gore.
Yeah, it's not that bad unless it gets unless there's a different direction it goes in, and a Stormblood. I mean, yeah, Shadowbringers.
Shadowbringers, yeah.
Yeah.
So what all was you said there was different new items and stuff? Like what?
There's this booby shirt that I want.
Booby shirt?
There is. There's this new shirt that
looks like titties? Or what?
I mean, I can't even explain it.
Like a cleavage shirt?
Yeah, it's a cleavage shirt.
Okay. Wait, hang on. So, okay, I gotta look this. The computer went to sleep, so I'm gonna wake that up real fast. So wait, so it's just it's just low cut tank top then? for your character?
It's like a blouse. It's hard to explain. I don't even know how to. It's a new one. It's a
Man,
new
I can't
item.
wait to
It's a
raid
booby
dungeons
shirt.
in my booby shirt.
Hell yeah. I think guys can wear it too.
Oh my god, I want
Yeah.
to wear the booby shirt.
Absolutely.
What kind of characters are there? Like, what kind of like races? For
Oh,
like,
there's
'cause
whole
I know there's
bu-
bunnies.
There's Viera, Mikote.
What's a Mikote? Mikote.
Mikote is the cat.
Yes, that's what Ben is, right? Or is he
Yeah.
one of the little?
Yeah, Ben is a cute. Ben-chan is a cute little Mikote with an axe.
That's our friend Ben, one of the people that plays Final Fantasy XIV with Brooke, and who I'm gonna
Yeah.
play Final Fantasy XIV with.
Yeah, we got a whole group.
Yeah, we got a whole group, and I'm excited to like get to know them a bit better too, because like it's a lot of people that I haven't really played many games with before, if ever. So I'm like really excited to kind of jump into like a little new community and have like a multiplayer game to play with everybody. It's been a while since I've had like a consistent multiplayer game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a good game to get into, so I'm excited for you to play it.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited too, and I'm also excited. Not just to play Final Fantasy XIV, but also to start something or to continue what I've been playing this week, which is totally the opposite end of the spectrum here, but Pokemon. I've been playing Pokemon Heart Gold this week
I've
on my
only
own.
seen you play it the one time.
So I played it again the other day and decided that I was going to keep playing for a while. I don't know. Sometimes I just restart a Pokemon game and in feeling like I'm going to play it again, and then I get like to the second gym and I'm like, nah, maybe not.
Nah, not feeling it.
But I think I might be this time because I've been kind of itching for like a good old like a classic Pokemon experience.
Like, does the Pokemon game you're playing, does it feel like the game is outdated?
No, so here's the thing. It's weird. It actually feels like better Pokemon still. Like it almost feels like if they had just taken this style of game and done it again on the Switch, but like prettier, it would be better than what they have given us on the Switch so far, in my opinion. Like just from style wise.
My biggest disappointment with Pokemon Sword and Shield is I really wish, since it was like its first like big Pokemon main series game on the Switch, I really wish they would have added some voice acting and stuff like that to really bring the characters to life. I really love the atmosphere of the world. It's honestly probably one of my favorites besides Emerald.
Oh my god.
Like third gen.
Emerald is so good. I love that game to death. That generation. See, Gen 2 and Gen 3 are really where I play Pokemon the most. I don't know about you, but that's for me, Pokemon Emerald. Like I remember playing it on the roof. I would get up on the roof of my house and like just sit there on like Game Boy playing Emerald all the time. Oh my god. So like that era, you know, Gens 2, 3, and 4 basically, and because you know I count Heart Gold, which is clearly the best. That era was just for me the best. And looking back on it and like thinking about what they did with Sword and Shield, like you said,
I love that generation of Pokemon though, the new one. I really love.
See, I like the area, like you said, because you've talked to me about.
Yeah, I love the area, the atmosphere, the environment, the characters I love.
Yeah.
I love the Pokemon. I just love everything about it. I just wish it was done better.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, it's just kind of janky. Like, it looks a little janky. It could be, like, I mean, there are other games on the Switch already and of this generation, and have been for many years now, that just look and play better than this game. And it's just a fact, you know? And it's like, it feels like it's lagging behind other games a lot, even though the experience is still there. It's still Pokemon. It's still fun.
The first DLC is out as well. I don't know if you heard much about it, though.
I haven't heard basically anything, to be honest.
Which is kind of a bad thing. Because, like, if something is, like, really awesome and hype, people are going to talk about it. You're going to hear about it. But, like, the only things I've heard from the DLC is, like, it is short. It's all right. So
it's all right.
I'm very excited
$20.
for... Yeah, that's the thing.
Ugh.
Like, if you're going to charge, like, a absurd amount of money for DLC and it's incredibly short.
Now, here's the thing, though. So here's the other side of the coin. Pokemon used to do this fun thing where they would release the same game a third time.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? Because Emerald, we talk about how we love Emerald so much.
Yeah, Emerald was, like, the third game of Ruby and Sapphire.
Now, I do remember spending however much it was at the time to buy Ruby and Sapphire. But also Emerald I bought. And it was basically the same game with some new additions.
Yeah, pretty much.
DLC,
The Battle Frontier was new, right? For Emerald?
Now, my point is, Now they released the $60 game, and then instead of releasing the third version for another $60, they release the two DLCs for like $40 total.
40, yeah.
And so technically you're going to spend probably about the same or less, because I think they were cheaper on the Game Boy Advance. But on the Switch versions, you're going to end up spending less for essentially the same or more of an experience, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Since you're not going to get a third version because of the DLC, right? So
I'm just, honestly, I'm excited for the Crown Tundra, though, for Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm excited for that DLC.
that one looks more badass than the
It's more my
Islands.
aesthetic. I am very excited for it.
Like
So.
the chilly mountain.
I don't really like the legendary Pokemon, though, for it. It's like this weird deer thing, and it's weird. Like, it has a huge head. It's just really obscure. They could have done a better job with it, but
the legendary or whatever it is legendary Pokemon in general have changed over the
there's
years.
some very weird legendary Pokemon, because I remember some of them being so badass, and then like some of them I've seen look really ridiculous. So
Some
I
of
don't
them
know.
are really weird. What's your least favorite legendary?
My least favorite
Yeah,
legendary.
favorite and least favorite. Favorite first, if you can
My
think of it.
favorite legendary. I really like Darkrai.
Darkrai's really cool. I gotta give you that one.
I
Darkrai's
love
cool.
Darkrai. But my least favorite is honestly those. I don't even remember their names, but they're the Cloud.
Oh, it's like Thunderous and
Yeah.
like whatever Tornadus and that
Yeah,
kind of.
I don't like any of those. What gen are they? 5?
That was Gen 5. Yep.
Yeah.
That was the first generation that I was like, maybe no more legendaries for a bit. That was
maybe that's it.
so. Gen 5 was interesting because Gen 5 had some really cool legendaries in Zekrom and the other one, the white one, whose name Reshiram.
Reshiram.
And then there was Zekrom, and then there was the
I
combination
actually
of the
really
two.
like Zekrom. He's fucking
Zekrom's
cool.
dope.
Yeah.
See, and I think that was fine. Like that trio was fine. But then they also still had like the other legendary trio, the small one, like the Mesprit and and like the Moltres, Articuno, Zapdos of that generation. Zapdos. That's when you have to go to the bathroom really bad, and then you sit down on the toilet and it shocks you. Anyway,
So what is your favorite Pokemon?
So-
Favorite legendary and least favorite?
so my favorite is Kyogre.
Okay, Kyogre is awesome.
And he became even more of my favorite when the primal version became a thing in the remix.
He was so cool.
Right? Mm-hmm. So Kyogre, for anybody who hasn't seen that generation of Pokemon, is a big blue whale thing. And my least favorite one, oh my god.
I don't like that Hoopa freaking legendary.
See, I don't like Hoopa, but the concept is neat because it's like a multi-dimensional legendary that like
I mean, it
connects
sounds
dimensions.
such a cool Pokemon. Then you look at him, and you're like, what?
Well. The reason I like, it's kind of a dumb looking Pokemon, I guess, but I get the purpose of it because they needed a legendary Pokemon that could connect dimensions because
that's
they
cool.
created this
But make it a
multi-dimensional
cool, make
world.
it a really cool looking Pokemon.
Yeah, that's true.
For such a cool power,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like Darkrai was pretty
Darkrai's
cool.
badass. You know what? Another one of my favorites of that generation was Giratina Origin Form.
Oh my god, I love Giratina.
I think my least favorite though is probably honestly, can I just say like the most recent legendaries, like the Sword and Shield ones? I just don't like them. They're just
I
like the
love
wolves.
them.
Really? I don't like them.
I think they're so cool.
I really don't.
I love them.
I thought that the
I like the sword one, not the shield one, though. Sorry. Shield.
Oh, see, I played Shield, so that's the problem. Maybe I would like the sword one better.
The wolf carries a sword in his mouth.
I guess
It's
that's
so
true.
Cool.
I guess that's true.
It's really cool.
Meanwhile,
I really
the other one
like
is
it.
just his face is a shield. What are you gonna punch him in the face?
Do it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think that's probably my least favorite legendary. I'm not a big fan. Like I played through and I got all the Pokemon, I collected them all. But the most recent generation did not rub me in the right way, and I don't think I'll play the DLC. I don't think I'll play them. What about you?
I'll
are you gonna
probably
get them?
play the Crown Tundra.
Just the
at
Crown
least.
Tundra?
Yeah, and just see. Other than that, I might just wait till the next main, like maybe hopefully another Sword and Shield 2.
Yeah, or whatever.
Maybe they'll like
next-
just take things from what they learned from the first game and apply for the second one. So
You know what Pokemon game I really want to play?
what?
I want to play that Pokemon Mystery Dungeon remake. Like really bad, because that was a really good game.
We should play that.
Let's stream it sometime.
We bought it, didn't we?
No, we have. I never bought it. I said I was going to, and then I never did.
We should, because honestly, that's one of our favorite Pokemon games. Is like the off-series Pokemon games. So it's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah.
Red and Blue.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man.
Because you had blue and I had red.
Yeah, and that was a really interesting one because at the time they released it on the Game Boy Advanced and the DS.
Yes.
It was the same game, but one was the red version, one was the blue version. So one of them had like the dual screen input and the one of them didn't. It was kind of weird. But I remember enjoying those a lot. I streamed the original of Blue recently, like last year sometime. So I've kind of been on like this Mystery Dungeon kick lately. Oh, you know what one we did buy that we didn't play though? I think it was Super Mystery Dungeon or something like that.
Yeah.
Something, I don't know. Anyway,
wasn't that the one you were talking about that you wanted to play?
No, I was talking about the remake, the remake of Blue and Red.
Blue and Red?
Yeah, Pokemon Dungeon, Mystery Dungeon. That's the one that came out recently.
Yeah.
On the Switch. That's the one you're talking about too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're on the same page. You just forgot I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called too.
I think because I just calling it Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and I think it's called Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
I don't remember.
Remake or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyway, we should stream it sometime. Speaking of stream stuff, let's quickly go over. I wanted to make a couple of shout outs about what we're got coming up this week. So, like I said earlier on the stream, we've got Spirit Chat coming up on Fridays. Friday nights, hopefully, if all things go good and we don't have any more bugs and glitches.
So after this is uploaded on Friday,
right.
We will be doing some spirit tracks later.
Yes.
So after you guys are done watching this podcast, be sure to stop by at twitch.tv/JoshJepson.
Yeah, and it'll be me and Brooke
Yes.
hanging out playing Spirit Tracks. We all love Zelda. Everybody loves Zelda.
You guys like pain and trains?
Do you guys like pain and trains? Because we're about to climb on the pain train. Choo choo.
Choo choo pain.
Additionally, one thing that I did not mention last week that I should have is that the high quality version of the audio podcast comes out on Patreon every single week at the same time as the video version. So sometimes there'll be video elements, but mostly it's just audio. So if you want the high quality version and you are supporting us on Patreon, you guys can grab that now.
And there's a bunch of other perks as well. One of the things that we added recently, if you've been going to our streams, is we both have a Patreon shout out for you guys. So if you become what tier was it?
It's tier 2. If you become a tier 2 patron, your name will be displayed on screen in all of our gaming stuff. So on the Twitch channel and on the gaming channel, there'll be a little credits bar that will show your name, and you get a little shout out. And
so consider supporting us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it for this week, guys. Thank you so much. One more thing before I wrap up. Next week, there will be a guest.
Ooh.
And I want you guys to go down to the comments and guess who that guest is going to be.
Who's it gonna be? It's a mystery.
Also, make suggestions. If you got any guests, like if there's any ideas of people that you want to have either me or Brooke talk to.
Yes, please let us know, because with this channel that we have is I can interview. Well, not interview.
Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of an interview. I mean, in a way.
Kinda. No, you're just sitting down having a discussion.
Well, it's just like a casual. Yeah, it's like a more casual version of an interview. But yeah, if there's anyone you want to talk to.
If there's anyone that you guys want me to sit down and have a chat with, or Joshua sit down and have a chat with, or me and Josh having a chat with someone, please let us know. We'd love to hear.
Yeah, next week it'll just be me and a guest, and if you can guess who this person is, I'll give you exactly one internet cookie. One.
Sounds delicious.
Only one, though. And you get to pick which kind.
Ooh.
Any kind you want, any internet cookie you want in all of the world. So.
Sounds like a
do
steal.
It. Leave us a comment, leave us a like, and a subscription. Thank you guys so much for watching. Brooke Jepson, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all under Firelord Brooke. I do Twitch full time, so I'd love to have you guys over.
Yeah, and likewise for me on Josh Jepson on pretty much everything.
Oh yeah, I have YouTube too.
Yeah, and YouTube. All the links for the Jepsons are in the description.
I don't know how to self-promote myself. Just follow this.
It's okay. I don't know how